Hello everyone, it's Jade and welcome back to a Sims 3 speed build. If you guys don't know which house this is, I've actually mentioned this one a few times while playing The Sims 3 Salvatore Legacy. So basically, we're doing the 4th generation, which is the supernatural generation at the current time. And so living in this world, everything's kind of very different. I'm terrible with themes, but it's very kind of dark, older fashioned. Yeah. So I was trying to follow that with our manor, and I just really like the idea of having like a Salvatore manor and like kind of having our whole family live here. Oh, I just realized that, there's the Salvatore, is it a manor in the Vampire Diary? I don't know. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together with that one, but I guess the idea is I just wanted a bigger area for our family to live in, and I had originally built the shell for this. And then, unfortunately, my 3rd gen and her partner they passed away. So I had built a room for them and everything like that. But now it's kind of a bit further. So I also went through and just kind of recolored a few things from what like base shell I did have. I've redone the walls and whatnot. I've also since then downloaded a bit more CC, a bit more store content as well. So I was just using a bit of that, and these benches are just so nice, and I love the wood texture on it. It's great. And then for a fridge, I was like, oh, we could do a wood fridge so it blends in. Oh, even better. So cool. Pardon me. And, for once I didn't actually forget the fridge or the oven. But I don't know. The layout's a bit big, but I think it's really good for the family that we have, because we have like 4 sibling adults living in this place, which I'm kind of almost lucky that Anthony and Fawn did pass away when they did, just before we moved in here. Also, it took so long to save money to get us to actually move in here. I was grinding for so long. Oh my god, there's a pause here. The thing is, sorry, so much cutting through this, but I actually spend like so many hours on these builds, and then I have to chop them down, and then I'm like, oh, I've got to go back through and edit it and make sure I kind of edit out all the boring pause parts. But it's also like so hard to pick up everyone while I'm also not like fully 100% on it. It's so much time. But yeah, I've forgotten where I was. Salvatore Legacy, moving them in here, adults, passed away. But yeah, I almost forgot to bring all the tombstones over, so I didn't have enough money to kind of give this house the full potential that it could have, which is what I'm hoping for. As we live here a bit longer, I can fully like furnish the garden. I wasn't sure if I was gonna leave the build fully what's the word, like not upload it until I have fully completed the outside. Like the inside, for what it is, has all the basics on the inside, so I could leave that imagination up to you. But I think I'll probably maybe upload it as it is now, and then maybe in the future when I've finished it and I've like kind of fully furnished, I will add that in. Just because I feel like I've had so much plans for like the greenery, and like we have the horse stables out the back as well. And I wanted to kind of like put a little maze in, and obviously we're going to have like our cemetery, our little grave area for all of our previous legacy heirs. So that's going to be pretty cool. I also did want to try use as much of, supernatural stuff as I possibly could. So we still have, I think, pretty much the same dining set in here, but I liked that we had a separate dining area instead of just linking it from the kitchen. And I used a lot of hallways and a lot of arches, and it was kind of really nice. So actually, I'm really, really proud with how this came out, and just kind of my decorating for it as well. You'll see that I use a lot of greens, like muted greens, and kind of more like very light, dusty blues, I guess is the word. And a lot of woods. So I can't even remember where I got all the woods, like the texture packs that I have in the game. But they're kind of amazing. And the tiles, oh man, I want to go Sims 3 CC hunting right now just thinking about it. But like I can guarantee, because my Sims 3 does have a chunk of lag in it, that it's definitely because of that. But like, we live in our best life. Also, trying to find curtains for these. Ugh, Sims 3 curtains. Ugh. Any curtains in The Sims at all? Ugh. We do end up going with, I think I come back to them a bit later because I just spent way too much time there, and I just thought it would be better if we kept moving on. So as much as I wanted to have like a, you know, a big fireplace, this is just more of like a, you know, be like meet and greet kind of area, your entertainment area. So like you have people come over and you would have probably like you sit and chat with them in here, like, you know, what am I thinking about? Like more like, I don't know what time era, but like just kind of before like TVs were a massive thing and, you know, all that great stuff. So it'd be more like an entertainment room for people to come in, probably like the 1800s. I probably cannot guess the right era. But also me trying to freaking pick out carpets was the worst thing. Watch me change. Oh, the chair placement was bad there, but better there. I know it's not a lot of space for them to walk through, but it's just how it's going to be. But like the carpets in these, I spent so much time trying to pick out like colors for them. I actually like clipped out like, even speeding it, I clipped out so much just so that I could spend less time on the carpets. And me matching woods and everything. Oh, mate, a good wood house is a fave house. Like if I were to actually build a house, like personally for myself, I'd probably have standard white walls. I know that sounds really lame, but then I would probably have feature walls. Not as lot, but you can probably tell that from my building. Like maybe, I wouldn't necessarily even say one in each room because obviously, I'm saying obviously way too much, but I would feature a lot of probably frames and wall work, which would, you know, stand out on a wide wall. Yeah. Jade things, guys, Jade things. Also, yeah, so I kind of tried to restrain myself from adding too much decor because I know I didn't have a big budget. But I've actually built this before I went and tried to make as much money as I could because I thought I would have a little bit more, but then I think there was about, I think I just heard thunder. But I think there's just like a bit of a gap, like about 40 grand gap that I thought I would have, but it actually turned into like a 70, was it 70? It was like 60 something, 67,000 gap, which I tried really hard to get, I don't know if oh no, you probably haven't seen the full thing yet. But we sell the car so that we have enough money to move here. We get the car from that, it's a store car that like a fixer up a car. You guys know what I'm talking about because you've told me to use it so many times in my baby challenge. And using that, I've never used it because like the actual, the TV stand I'm talking about, that it's just been like the style that's embedded in the like the cabinet doors has always annoyed me. So the fact that I could just kind of hide it with that wood was really nice. And, you know, of course, I would still love a TV for my Sims because this is the Sims. They get bored very easily. Happy for them to read books all the time. But I just feel like maybe like a moment for them to kind of sit down and watch TV together would be cool. And, you know, we can't go from like not having TVs. I probably should have done this in like order of kind of like time. So like this would be set a bit earlier than that, and but either it's fun to kind of change up the look of everything because I'm much of a modern builder. Like I have white walls and I have very light furniture and all the woods and, you know, just all that good stuff. Also, I really liked this painting. I think it's store content again. Jeez. But I think it suited the house. I do end up having to sell it later because I had to buy something. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. But you might even see that later. Also, couldn't decide on the direction of the freaking coffee table, man. That was hard work. I'm pretty sure I put it diagonal, which I'm kind of thinking about now, and the fact that I would hate it if it's like that. But, you know, I'm sure I've already... I'm going to do it, so... Also, bathrooms. I did do some bathrooms for it before, but I've decided to change them again from the previous, like, start of the build that I had. But kind of wanted it to match in, be very, like, dull, kind of old-looking. So we go with a lot of the browns. Take the wood from the kitchen as well, which is really cool. And then I just kind of go through and I repeat it all in the rooms upstairs, yeah. So the idea is that I think altogether there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total bathrooms altogether. So basically, each family member should at least have one each, and then there's a spare. Each family member, lol. But like each of my 4 Salvatore adults. So Arden has one next to his room. Verity and Hunter have one each for them, and then Patty and Seth have one that they'll be sharing with their kids. I say kids plural because we've only got one kid, but I plan on having multiple kids. I think they should at least have two, I would think. I'm hoping for two, but I'm thinking heir-wise for the next generation will probably have to be hunter. If I want to stick with my, what's the word? My kind of theme of going female, male, and sticking with the blonde hair theme, like keeping our genetics through the generations as well. Even though I do love my brunette babies, like Arden is a hottie. And Seth's a good looking boy too. He just looks so much smaller compared to my other boys. I don't know how they got so muscly, man. I don't know what happened there. And Seth's the one that actually has to work out for his job, so he has to have good fitness. But boy, your younger brothers have sliced and diced you. Oh no, me trying to fit stuff in here, like, what lamp shall this be? But obviously we're going with a lot of candle lamps. Jade, that's such a long pause. Oh well, it is what it is. And I wanted to incorporate bathtubs. Looking at the bathtub now, I kind of hate it. But also, I don't think I had much of an energy to kind of pick out. Well, I didn't want to get something too expensive, of course, which is what a lot of those bathtubs look like. Is this where I changed the chair to be a diagonal? I mean, the table. The table. Oh, I get so lispy. And yes. So here we also, just moving on from that, I decided it was time to add a new room. Obviously, the intent is to, I think, have them all live here as long as possible so that I can explore a lot of the aspirations through them. So I know there's a lot more aspirations that I have kind of focused on at the moment. But basically, Seth's got a werewolf one, Verity's got the alchemist one, Hunter should have a witch one. And then I'm going to have to pick a better one for Arden. I think Arden's is just to become a super spy or something like that. But I'm sure there's something else I can find to kind of fit the supernatural theme a bit better. I would think. It's just, I don't know. It's just a bit different. And Supernatural actually has so many aspirations, which is why I'm trying to get it across all 4 of my Sims. And my voice is starting to get croaky. I do apologize. Beds were also an annoying thing. I don't know. I selected wood for this bed, but in the end, I think the wood that I had on first. So I think it's like that wood. I think I should have stayed with that wood because I end up changing it to like more of a chocolatey brown kind of plain wood. Oh no, that's the one that I liked. I should have left it like that, but I felt like it was too like worn. But also, I'm sure it would have been absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I'm sorry. It's been a day and a half, and I've got another one to record after this for the baby challenge. So that's right, guys. Season 2 of the baby challenge is coming. I've sussed it all out. I've made it all good, but I'll leave all that juicy gossip for the 100 baby challenge video. It might have already come out before this one or after this one. I'm not too sure. Because I've gone and recorded a ton of The Sims 3, right? Not a ton, but I've recorded a couple. And I'm too worried to like record Sims 4 because all you think when a new expansion comes out, this is personally from my perspective, of course, but like all I can think about is a new expansion pack and how much I want to play with all the new stuff. And so when I go into The Sims 4, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to start anything now because I'm just going to change it in 2 weeks or a week when the expansion pack comes out. So you're like, why though? It comes out in about, I think, 4 days from now. So this speed build will probably be out long after the expansion. I would think a bit after the expansion pack has come out. But that is the idea. So like, I just like want to play a Sims 4 family, but I'm like, I don't want to make them and have to change it all again and pick all new outfits when the new expansion pack comes out and then rebuild the house again. But we are going to be doing a new family for that LP, and that's going to be pretty exciting. And I think my eco lifestyle will go for a little bit longer. So we've the idea is on my channel for me at the moment is to have about 2 LPs in each Sims. So we've got 2 in The Sims 4 and 2 in The Sims 3. Both of my Sims 3s are both challenges though. But y'all kind of wanted the baby challenge, so I had to add that in. And we've been doing the Salvatore Legacy challenge for quite a while. I've got a lot more consistent with it now, which is while we're kind of getting through generations a bit faster. Like the last generation and this generation, I feel like have been a bit better. but it's going to take me so long. But the great thing, I'm not bored with it. And I think the main reason is because I feel like I tell more of a story if I'm sharing it with somebody else, but I also feel silly making stories. Like, you know, we all have those friends who like, oh, you play Sims? Oh my God, wow. That's what does it even, what does Sims even do? And you're just like, you don't understand how much Sims is love and Sims is life. And so that's kind of a thing. So it feels bad. It feels bad, like, you know. So like when I'm sitting there like, oh, you know, this chick's actually really jealous because, you know, she just did this interaction, and then yeah, I feel like people would judge me, you know. But like, I love the people who get right into their stories, but like I don't think I can visually see all that, you know. I'm here to play some Sims and love Sims, and I'm actually getting a bit better with my, like, I love building. Like, I watch some people build still nowadays, and it makes me, like, in no offense to them, absolutely. But, like, you know, they kind of, like, build, like, EA. They have all those gaps in their houses and stuff like that, and their rooms are huge. Like, mine used to be like that, believe me. But, like, now I'm just, like, clutter, 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 tiny living. But in The Sims 3, you have to watch out for that, absolutely. Oh, my God, my voice is so croaky. I do apologize. Again, say apology in one video. Awesome. But, that's all I think about is like, let's fill this room up. What can we put here? What can we put there? And that's why I always put like freaking random chairs in rooms just to fill space up, which I should probably be putting other things, but yeah. But anyway, guys, so this one is Verity's room. The previous room that we just did before this is Seth and Patty's room. They did have a small little closet area, and I really like those drawers. I felt that they just kind of mixed in with the theme of the home, kind of a bit more vintage. That's a good word. Good word, Jade. Fabulous. And Verity's room was a bit bigger, and she had a little less spacing in there. So I wasn't sure what this is me trying to think, what am I going to put here and where? So we do her bedside tables. I think I put a bookcase in and a chair again. I do apologize. You know, you'll notice builders have the same kind of tell with every design of their house. Like, for example, Delagracia, I know she can do a lot of different like designs. Amazing. Kayla, on the other hand, she does have a lot of very similar designs, but she does a lot of different stuff at the same time. Like, she does test it up a bit. Test it up? Oh my God, what's the word? Change it up. Oh, your girl is broken. But it's good like that. Like, you don't want to spend, like me, all my houses I feel look the same. Like, it's incredible that it's so similar, in all honesty. But I feel like I try. Like, I do a lot of like little square boxes to kind of fill in areas and kind of frame the house a bit more. But that's just a me thing, you know? I thought it would be good if she had a bookcase in her room, by the way. Just so, you know, it kind of mixes with her, you know, her alchemy and her potions. You know, obviously she's reading through a lot of books to find all these different potions and spells and all that great stuff. So this room here is Hunter's room. His is pretty much opposite Verity's. Hunter, I still need to get a bit more personality from him. He has definitely been very muted in the gameplay so far. I think Arden's even had a bit more spotlight than him. But now that I think I've picked Hunter as my heir, I would say it's about 95%. Like, Arden's cute though, but Seth's cute also. Like, Cleo could be our new heir, which is Seth's daughter, but she's also a werewolf. But I mean, either. If what's the word? If Hunter were to get with Emily, which is a vampire in the world, you know, they'd either have a vampire kid or they would have, you know, a witch, which I think I would want to leave Supernatural out of it after this. Not that they're bad. I guess it wouldn't really make so much as a difference, but, you know. But our next generation will be Generations, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm going to have so many kids, and we're just going to be the best grandparents, and, you know, it's going to be great. Like, can you imagine, like, a Hunter as an old man? Oh, it'll be like Ocean, really. Sorry if you have no idea about all the references that I'm making. Obviously, I'm referencing all my generations. So, Ocean was my second heir, Fawn was my third heir, and Hazel was my first heir. So, I've actually tried to go with the themes of, like, the expansion pack, like Supernatural. So, we've got, like, Arden, which I think meant silver. Oh, there was it was like an alchemist name, I think. And then Verity, which is a vampire name. Hunter, which, you know, a vampire hunter, a wolf's name. And then Seth, which was also, I think, a wolf's name. So I've kind of tried to go with like supernatural theme for that. Second gen was Island Paradise, so we had Sandy and Ocean. I know. I'm so basic. Oh my god, and it's raining. I thought I could hear something. Please try to ignore the rain. I don't want to have to start recording this again. We've made it about 20 minutes in, and it's amazing. So please forgive me. Just make it through. Hold in there, guys. But we've still pretty much, we've got Hunter's room to do and Arden's room. But yeah, I thought that was really nice. And even the pets generation for names. We had Fawn, Fox, and Yara, which was a bird, and Leaf, obviously, because, you know, he was a plant boy. Yeah. I do want to add more personality to Hunter. Obviously, he's very... he's probably the least involved in a lot of the... what's the word? He's the least involved in a lot of the supernatural. Like, obviously, everybody else is a supernatural being. He is a witch, but, like, he doesn't have, like, a career or much of an aspiration towards it. But, like, I think if he were to be, like, a good witch, he'd have to convert witches into... convert other beings into, like, unzombify a lot of Sims. Which means I'd probably have to have somebody zombify them all, and then he would have to unzombify them all. But, like, your girl's committed. She could make it through it. I reckon. I'm very, very keen. I can't explain it. I'm trying to actually get it all to work. Also, we have a third floor in the house. Hasn't actually got too much to it at the moment, but I do plan on using it. I was going to make it like an alchemist room, or, like, you know, for her alchemy. But I thought just put it in a bedroom. So that could always be potential extra rooms for kids in the house. But I also don't want to, you know, I want to relax. This is my relax LP, you know. Like, we go from the 100 Baby Challenge, which stresses me out, to this chill, what's the word? I was going to say stream. Man, I've been streaming too much. This chill kind of, you know, legacy. But obviously, if I'm having 4 adults in the houses and they all have at least 1 kid each, that's like 8 Sims there, plus all their partners, which is like 12 Sims. Was that good math? I think it was okay. No, yes, that was okay math. But that would be like the scenario in that, and I think that's way too many Sims. But, like, I feel like this would be Seth's, you know, because he's the oldest Salvatore, so he would take care of this house as a whole. And then the kids would kind of, not the kids, but, like, Arden and Hunter and Verity would be more likely to move out of this home. But, yeah. I can't believe how much worse my voice has gotten through this chit-chat that we're having here, guys. I hope I haven't gone off too much in topic, but I know we're actually kind of close to the end of the video here. So I'll be leaving you here for today, guys. I hope you are having a good day, and we'll talk soon. Bye!